This video covers some basic radio theory. There are three types of radio channels in our county: simplex channels, repeater channels, and trunking channels. First, we will discuss simplex channels. Simplex, or direct channels, transmit and receive on the same frequency in the VHF range. They transmit from the transmitting radio directly to the receiving radio. Simplex operation is usually done at shorter distances with both the transmitting and receiving radios in line of sight of each other. The other radio's signal also goes directly to the original radio. However, if there is something in the way, like a mountain, the receiving radio will not get the message from the transmitting radio. Now for a repeater channel. Repeater channels use a repeater in between the transmitting radio and the receiving radio, also in the VHF range. When a simplex channel can't reach the receiving radio, a repeater channel might work. The transmitting radio transmits on one frequency to the receiver of the repeater, usually located on top of a mountain. At the same time, the repeater will retransmit that incoming signal on a different frequency, which the receiving radio is tuned to. Both radios need to be tuned to the same repeater channel. This way, they will be transmitting on the repeater's input channel and receiving on the repeater's output channel. Using a repeater can increase the distance you can communicate, like talk from one side of a mountain to the other side, which would not be possible with a simplex channel. Both radios must be in line of sight of the repeater. If one of the radios cannot hit the repeater, then two-way communications is not possible. If everyone you want to talk to is within simplex range, then use a simplex channel. If some are not within simplex range and everybody can hit the repeater, then use a repeater channel. It makes no sense to use a repeater when the other person is a short line of sight distance from you. Use a repeater to get over the mountain when you cannot talk on simplex. The third type of channel in our county is our new 800 MHz trunking system, which is a complicated system. Also, the 800 MHz range, or UHF range, is a more direct line of sight frequency and is more prone to problems in mountainous areas. Trunking is a computer-controlled repeater system. Each time you press the transmit button, a control computer on a separate control channel authorizes you. This happens every time you key the mic. When you key the mic, you transmit a request not to the repeater, but to a control channel. The control computer is located in Helena, Montana. You are not connecting directly to Helena, as it is too far away from Butte. You are connecting to a local radio, which connects to the control computer via landline or microwave. During this transmission, the following happens. It verifies that the radio you are transmitting on is registered with the control computer, that you are authorized to use the channel you are tuned to, such as BFD primary, BFD TAC1, or BFD TAC2. If your radio is authorized, the control computer will do the following. It will tell the nearest repeater which frequency to use. It will also tell your radio which frequency to transmit on. And finally, it will tell all other radios that are tuned to that same channel which frequency to receive on. Once all this is done, you will receive a beep beep, which tells you it is okay to talk. The beeps are your okay to talk signal. Make your transmission. Do not release the mic button. All this must be done while you are pressing and holding the mic button. If you release the mic button before you have completed your message, you will have to start all over. On each transmission, the trunking system will go through this process. If you hear a buzz instead, then there is no free frequency to be assigned. Or you are out of range of the trunking system. If this happens, release the mic button and try again. Once you hear the OK to transmit beep, you will now be transmitting through the assigned repeater until you release the mic button. Note, the OK to transmit and the can't transmit sounds are not very loud, so this can be an issue in high noise areas. This cannot be changed. All radios use channel 3. Now talk it goes to the repeater. Then down from the repeater to the receiving radio. Remember, all of this happens with a single press and hold of the mic button. Unfortunately, we do not know where the 12 trunking repeaters in our county are located, so the only way to know if you are within range is to do the following. Look at the radio's display for an out-of-range message. Key the mic and see if you hear the OK beep. If this does not work, there is no backup option known. A possible issue. When you transmit, your voice is converted from analog to digital. The digital signal is transmitted to the repeater through the repeater and to the receiving radio. The receiving radio then has to convert the incoming signal from digital to analog, so you can hear it through the speaker. The voice you hear may sound like a computer-generated voice and not sound like the person who is talking. This was just the theory of the 3 types of channels that could be used in our county. As you could see, the trunking system is complicated, with many more points of failure than with a VHF simplex or VHF repeater channel. There will be other videos that cover the use of the radios themselves.